Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in Alpar Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report. Let me show you the calendar first, because in half an hour we'll have GDP from UK being published. Important, interesting data. I think it can have a nice influence. It can have a significant influence on the pound. Not like Brexit votes in Parliament, which are pretty meaningless recently. At least the pound is not reacting based on those votes. About the votes, we'll have another one 3.5 hours, which can also affect pound, but as we said, does not have to, because pound seems pretty resilient to the recent developments around Brexit. So maybe, if not Brexit, maybe the hard data from the economy will impact the pound. Overnight, we had retail sales, industrial production from Japan. Both of those numbers came worse than expectations. We had retail sales from Germany, which came much better than expectations, but did not help Euro much. And well, that's pretty much it. We'll have PCE, personal consumption expenditure data from United States, GDP from Canada, and a bit of Fed speak. So 3 members of Federal Reserve will have their speeches today. So that's it, guys. As it is Friday, we need to see what is going to happen next week. If you want to open a position today and you want to hold it throughout the next week, you need to know what is going to happen. So Monday will be surprisingly busy, because most of the time usually Mondays are very, very quiet. So as you can see, we'll start with PMIs in China. Here we'll also have inflation data from Eurozone, retail sales from US, and ISM manufacturing PMI from US. So definitely interesting data, PMIs from Eurozone as well. So yes, that will be something to look at. Tuesday interest rate decision from Australia, rate statement obviously too, and durable good orders and good orders from US. On Wednesday, the most important data will be ISM, non-manufacturing PMIs from United States and PMIs from other economies. Thursday, surprisingly quiet. Thursday is supposed to be important day, but is not well, supposed to be busy, because it's almost always busy, but not next week. So as you can see, Monday took over the Thursday's volatility. And on Friday, what do we have is average hourly earnings, then non-farm payroll, says it will be the first Friday of the month. And we will have also pack of data from job market from Canada. So quite interesting week ahead. I'm looking forward for this one for trading. With that being said, let's see the charts, and we will start with the euro dollar. Euro dollar yesterday tried to bounce from this horizontal support, but they failed. The price made a slide here. Now we do have a small correction, and most probably will have a further drop, because it does not look like this support holds strong demand here. There's no demand for euro dollar. If that was a legitimate support, we would see this and then an upswing, but we denied this bounce. The price went lower. You know that I had a short position here. I closed it here. Well, as you can see now, it wasn't the greatest call in the world. I should have kept my position open, but I didn't. And now most probably euro dollar will go lower. I will think about reopening this position though. I don't know if I will do it, but I will at least think about this, because It looks good for the sellers here. Maybe it's not the best idea to get into the same water, the same lake, the same river twice. Maybe I should look for appreciation of dollar or depreciation of euro and other instruments. Maybe one of those instruments where I can look for a stronger American dollar is Australian dollar to American dollar, because we started the new sequence of lower lows and lower highs, as you can see here, which promotes the further downswing. We made this a checkpoint here that if the price will close below the yellow area, we should open a short position. I don't know if you can consider that a significant breakout, but we'll move this a bit further. I think it stays the same, but H4 candle, yeah. Yesterday I was telling you about the H4 candle. H4 candle did not close below. That was a H1 candle. H4 or D1 for sure. I was mentioning those two. This is the nearest support. Price getting below the support will be a strong signal to go short. DAX, yesterday we were optimistic about DAX and this is happening. So today we opened, we were here on the highest levels since the March 2019. It looks good, it looks positive, it looks optimistic. With this we should see the further upswing, and the sentiment on the DAX is positive as long as we stay above the orange area. Now Bitcoin is struggling. They have a great chance for a major buy signal. Major buy signal will be created when the price will close the day here. Still waiting for this. Again, price closing a day above this horizontal resistance will open as a way towards $6,000 for one Bitcoin, and that will be for sure welcomed by the Bitcoin traders. As for now, it does not look bad. We are on $4,000 level for one Bitcoin, and maybe we will see the movement towards $6,000. So almost 50% rise, which for sure will be great for the buyers. Dollar index is advancing higher after bouncing from this dynamic support, and this dynamic support is the lower line of the ascending triangle pattern. So we do have a nice situation here. The price should be advancing higher. The price should go to this horizontal resistance here. This horizontal resistance is the upper line of the ascending triangle pattern. As long as we are inside of the ascending triangle pattern, this is the most probable scenario for the dollar index. So according to this, according to other instruments, dollar should remain strong for the next few days or even weeks. Australian dollar to Canadian to Swiss franc. So there was another attempt made yesterday to break this horizontal support. We can adjust this line to the recent price movements. As you can see, the price is going deeper and deeper and deeper. So this will be the closest support. Situation is pretty similar to this one on Australian dollar to American dollar. Price breaking this support will be a strong sell signal. Yes, so we can forget about this, and this support, and we should think more about this and this and this and this and this. Also look out for this line. It can also be a support here. Euro to ruble, inverse and shoulder formation upswing. There was a chance for a bullish correction here, but we are coming back to the to the positive sentiment for the ruble. So that's what we are mentioning, that the long-term sentiment here is negative, and we should see the long-term slide on this instrument. New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar, here there is a very important battle for the weekly formation. So price closing here around those levels would create a bearish engulfing pattern, bearish engulfing with a false breakout above the downtrend line. Bearish engulfing on daily chart would be really negative pattern here. Also this correction, well, it does not look encouraging. This correction is head and shoulder pattern, so it does not look good. I think that there is a nice sell signal on the New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar. If you don't believe it now, maybe you can wait for the breakout of the orange support here, then you will get a proper trading signal. Now American dollar to Canadian dollar, here we still do have a positive sentiment. So here what is happening here is inverse head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder head and right shoulder, breakout of the neckline. Then we're using the neckline as a support. The price is creating two candles with long tails. One of them is a beautiful hammer, and after this we do have a nice upswing, and this upswing should be continued. So it goes in line with our view for the American dollar, which is positive. American dollar to Russian ruble, so you can see here I was telling you about the possibility of a bounce yesterday, because that was a long-term horizontal resistance. Resistance. And we have a bearish price action here, which can be considered as a good occasion to go short. That is a shooting star, which can be invitation to go short. Yes, there is a justified urge to go short here. So if you are firm believer in the price action, there is a good occasion to go short on the American dollar to Russian ruble. Crude defended horizontal support, so most probably we should see a further upswing. The sentiment on crude is positive. What we are having here is a channel up formation, so the price making long-term higher highs and higher lows, and as long as we are in this channel up formation, as long as we are making higher highs and higher lows, we are having a buy signal. We are having a positive sentiment for the crude, even despite my beliefs. I do believe that in the long term the crude should go down, the price of the oil should go down, but again, it's not about believing in something, it's about trading. Trader should be aware of the price movement, should be able to see upswings, downswings, short occasions, long occasions. It's not about thinking if the price will go up or down, it's about trading. So I genuinely think that in the long term the price of crude should go lower, but recent price movements are telling me that most probably the price will go higher. Cable, I said that I will not trade cable because it's too volatile and unpredictable with all that Brexit mess, but I allowed myself to open a short position here just before the daily report. As you can see, it's on slight profit right now. The risk is really small. It's less than 2% of my capital. Why I opened this position? I don't trade Brexit. What I trade is a technical analysis. So as you can see, the price was respecting this line, this lower line of the triangle here. They made a bounce that eventually they broke this line, which is a sell signal. So there's a sell signal. Stop loss is above this correction here, above daily highs. If the price will come back, fair enough, that will be a false breakout. I will close my position with a loss, but as for now I keep this position open because this breakout looks pretty strong, pretty legitimate, and I just want to see where it will go here. Maybe I will close on orange support, maybe not. This support, to be precise, is somewhere here. That will be 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. I will at least move my stop loss to the break-even point. We will see. Maybe I will be rocked by the GDP data. Maybe GDP data will be terrible and it will allow the price to collapse straight away, or it will be great and the pound will reverse. We'll see. That's just the risk of trading. Sometimes you need to take this risk. S&P 500, not very interesting. Here I mark the divergence for you with MACD. Well, fair enough, there was a divergence. The price is lower than this double top. So at some point it worked, but now what do we have here is a sideways trend, support, resistance, and we are waiting for the price to move. We are waiting for the situation to develop. I wanted to check the situation on gold. Gold is one of my favorite instruments, recently forgotten because the price movements were not very interesting for me, but I wanted to show you this how the gold collapsed. Well, it's easy to say from the perspective, like we already know the outcome, and I hate to do this, but let's explain the situation. I like to forecast what the price will do, not to explain what the price did, because what can you do with this information? Nothing. It's already late, right? But what happened here was a head and shoulder formation. Here left shoulder, head and right shoulder, breakout of the neckline, breakout of the lower line of the flag, test as a resistance, and boom, the price just went lower. There is a major support here, and most probably the price will try to aim this support. For a long time there was this long-term support resistance, $1,304 per ounce. Most recently it didn't play a big role in the price movements of gold. Well, okay, fair enough, maybe for the past few days it was a horizontal support, but still I thought that it will be respected in a much greater detail with the higher accuracy. Like here you can see here this area is too wide, so unfortunately no. What is happening on a daily chart is that a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head and a right shoulder. Well, maybe it is. In this case this is a neckline of this formation. Also, this is a 38.2 of the recent upswing. Well, we cannot say about the bear market on gold because we are still above 38.2 of the main uptrend, but we are getting close to this downtrend, right? So as long as we stay above the blue area, the sentiment is more or less positive, still positive on gold, even despite this huge drop. But you can see that those huge drops happened and the price recovered easily. The problem for the gold is stronger dollar, which is happening right now, so definitely it's not helping. Let's do a quick recap. So euro dollar, I think there is a good occasion for a short position. Australian dollar to American dollar, here I'm also bearish. On DAX situation looks positive. On Bitcoin it looks quite alright. We need to see the breakout of the horizontal resistance, which may be happening as we speak. On the dollar index the sentiment is positive. Australian dollar, Swiss franc negative, euro to ruble negative, New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar negative, American dollar, Canadian dollar positive, American dollar, Russian ruble negative, crude positive, cable I would say negative, S&P 500 nothing, and gold well, short-term positive, long-term negative. So guys, thanks very much for watching daily analytical report. I hope you enjoyed that. I wish you all the best in trading. Good luck and have a nice weekend. Forget about trading during the weekend, and let's start fresh from Monday. So all the best, guys. Bye.